Well, I'd say like anything else, we grow. We've grown through these years. 8 years now, I think we said earlier. I'm with David. We continue to grow, and looking back on 8 years, it's just phenomenal to think what's happened. Just like any other experience, you look back, you see the struggles, but David's had tremendous opportunity. I guess as an educator. Also, I mentioned earlier about leadership skills. I've just been really impressed with how the organization has nurtured his skills and refined and even improved a lot of his talents in a personal way. I think that's really neat that they have an organization in place to help develop those. And then also, being in the business world now, particularly in insurance, I was concerned about his family, and particularly as Little Ford came along, and we found that he had some special needs, having cystic fibrosis, and knew that he was going to need health care special, and that has been provided in a miraculous way. And then also to realize the moves that they made. At times they've been here, there, overseas. And then as Ford comes along, they've landed in probably one of the premier research spots for cystic fibrosis to have what he needs at a very crucial juncture, early juncture in his life. And so, I know those are not accidental, and the provisions are there.
8 years, I learned where the control comes from. I realized in God eased that control out of my hands. I had a real trouble with fundraising, that sort of thing. Somehow or other, he opened my heart to tell me that was not my problem, and I just forget about it. It's not always easy, but I do. It's not a big thing to me anymore. I just let the Lord and David and Meg take care of that. And there are times that I want to say, well, I'll just work and I'll help provide. But that's not how this works, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So, you change. I think you change your prayers. I mean, I guess everybody's heard that, but you change your prayers as you become more honest with where you're going. So, I think that's a good thing.
I maybe you could add one other thing. Patti mentioned the support raising, that kind of thing again, or supporting. And we have a tradition at our home that we do I call it a board meeting. We have our 2-man board meeting at the end of the year to kind of make our annual contributions. But I'm the lucky one. I guess I took it on. I write the monthly check, and I get to write that check to Campus Crusade every month. I shouldn't do that. I should share that with her more, because that's so meaningful. And I realize how many other people are doing that. And I do the church, and the Campus Crusade are the only. We're big on not paying for anything, if you know what I mean. We buy credit. We don't want time involved. We want to pay as we go. We save up to do things rather than paying it on time. And so we have very few monthly checks that we're writing, or even payments online or whatever. But I get to write that check to Campus Crusade because I choose to do it that way. We choose to do it monthly. And that is just so impactful. Yes, sometimes it's not very prayerful, I'd have to admit, but that's very seldom.
Just on a little bit lighter note, it's really funny. When I go back and think about David as a little boy, he was the little boy, you'd bring home candy bars from school and you had to sell 10. Man, that lit his fire. I mean, he was ready to go out. I said, no. I said, here's your $10, don't go out. No, I'm supposed to sell these. Or it was the swim meet, you had to go out and sell pink cups. And I'm thinking, nobody wants pink cups. But all that prepared, that was just how God had made his heart, or how he was put together. He didn't see it as going out and asking for money. He saw it as a service. He had a candy bar that somebody else would want. It was good. pink cups. Everybody needs cups for summer. And, you know, when I look back on it, I'm thinking, you know, that's part of God's grace, is He prepared him then, and then I had control over that. And I don't have control over this, but then I learned